I think I'm just going to watch the time. I think I'm going to like put a kind of open question out to everybody. So let's say if AIM Ireland or somebody in some group in the industry decided to lay down a roadmap for the LGBT community within the music industry, what would you guys like to see that look like? What do you think that should look like? And is there anything that you think we should start working on that we could immediately change that might start making things better for all of us? Feel free to jump in there, anyone.
I think a lot of it comes down to funding. I think like right now we obviously are in like a cost of living crisis, but I think queer people especially, you have people who are in really dire economic straits, and unless people are able to feel comfortable, safe, they're fed, everything's taken care of, they can't create great art, and they can't, share that with other people. And so I think good funding opportunities to make sure that people's needs are met.
And do you think maybe, the way I was mentioning about the Arts Council are bringing in an inclusivity and diversity officer, do you think maybe one of their jobs or even their first protocol should be to maybe filter more funding into the LGBT community and our queer art? Because, as I said, we're all starters and artists and struggling, or we work in the music industry, so yeah, fingers crossed, that starts to happen. I mean, obviously there are other kind of reasons for diversifying, the music industry, but I'm hoping, and it was really positive to start to see those changes and there's shake-ups happening everywhere. But again, we want like sincere and constructive kind of it's clear constructive path forward, for LGBT people, I suppose. Anybody else want to have a go at that one?
Access to more information for everybody. One thing that we did with the collective, and it was shocking when we had conversations with a lot of people, it would be very basic on like songwriting, like splits, rights, royalties, anything in the music business at all. And it's pretty scary how a lot of people don't have access to that information. I was fortunate enough to go to BIM. I was surrounded by dozens of people, of teachers that I could go to for any of this information. But I think we should have, I don't know, like FMC I suppose are good, and like we have IMRO as well, but is there like an agency or something that we can figure out where people can go directly there to get all this information? Because there's an awful lot when you're a solo artist that you don't know the ropes, and if you have somebody to help guide you through that, it'll make your experience 10 times better. And I think we should be in the mind of sharing as much information. If I have an email of a person and you need that email, I'm going to give you that email.
Sure.
And then I hope you give me something that I need so that we can continue this exchange, so that we're all learning and rising collectively together.
And as you guys both run the collective, like, do you think that it would be beneficial for maybe, if we started a specific group or collective amongst ourselves, even for example, say, and just had like maybe a chairperson and like, revolve it so that everybody gets to go at that job or whatever? I know, obviously, I can't imagine someone's going to turn around and go, here's a load of funding to a big gay group, but like we can try, I suppose. But I think, like, even if it was just a WhatsApp group, just for LGBT people to be able to go, just to continue this conversations, to share our experiences, if like, particularly if somebody is having a bad time, with something or somebody within the industry, that they can rely on their kind of queer peers, I suppose, queer peers. We'll just call us queers, right? Queers to, just so that you can have that, like, experience of being able to just talk to another queer person without having to go, say First Music Contact or AIM Ireland and go through all of these sort of maybe straight people before you get a chance to speak to somebody who might understand your predicament a little better. So I think I really think there's value in that. I really think starting that out and adding people to it as you go, even if it was like a newsletter or starting something out. It could even be worth speaking to, like, AIM Ireland or Angela or whoever about what they think of the idea of getting like just a queer collective to get, not like to run events or anything. I just mean literally a support group, like of your peers. I think that would be.
Or
do you
for
feel
coffee or like every month?
have meeting monthly? Yeah, meetups. Like we could all like hang out in a little corner and meet together and be like, there's more of us than just me.
Make Whelan's more gay.
Make Whelan's more gay.
Why not?